Also topping our news this evening, the Mirador senior living community on the city's south side may soon have a new owner. The current owner, SQLC, recently filed for Chapter 11 protection on that property. Now, this is a rather expensive place to live, and that raises lots of questions for both current and former residents. Greg Chandler's been looking into those questions. He joined us now with what he's learned. Greg.
Lee, according to a letter from Mirador's executive director, everyone who lives on the property will still have their contracts and life care agreements honored. Meanwhile, a group of former residents hope that applies to them as well. It's billed as a luxury senior living community, but former Mirador residents say the price is too steep. When residents leave, they're entitled to 90% of their initial investment back. But a former resident told me there's a growing list of former residents waiting for refunds.
It was a business deal, and it went sour. And they bought it at the wrong time. They built at the wrong time, high interest rates.
This former resident didn't want to be identified. She says on top of her initial $200,000 buy-in, she had to pay more than $2,000 a month in rent, with a 4% annual increase.
When I left, my rent was $3,700 a month.
She's one of at least 20 in a queue for refunds. Meanwhile, Mirador is millions in debt. According to Chapter 11 filings, Mirador has more than $52 million in assets and more than $105 million in liabilities. SQLC recently reached a purchase agreement with Texas-based Methodist retirement communities for $20.3 million in cash, plus the assumption of certain liabilities. Now, there's no mention of whether or not those liabilities include resident refunds. I reached out to SQLC to find out, but was referred to Methodist retirement communities. I'll follow up on this story when I hear from them.